Hi. With you, we're going to look at Chronicles of Death Foretold by Gabriel Marquez, specifically Section 3, which contains the ideas of human nature, religion, tradition, and society. Here are a few things that you might need to know.
We start the chapter with the lawyers going over the homicide, where the Vicario brothers admit to the murder of Santiago Nassar, but also claim their innocence. They recap where they went to look for him, including the local prostitute's house. The brothers go on telling everyone that they're going to kill Santiago. They sharpen their knives, they visit the milk shop, they get their knives taken away, and then they get more. They return to the milk shop to wait for Santiago. The narrators discuss Pedro's problems with peeing. The prostitute Maria is introduced, and Victoria Gutzman gets a letter and ignores a letter which could save Santiago Nassar's life. And then we find out that he is dead.
Tradition contributes to the death of Santiago, for it allowed his murder to occur, and it justified it. The Vicario brothers claimed their innocence before God and before men, for it was a matter of honor. Even religion supports the death of Santiago. Father stands by and watches it happen. The murder would not have happened in the first place if the town did not have this stupid tradition that women must get married as a virgin. They hold women to strict, ridiculous standards, and these traditions create the... Also, tradition makes this murder unavoidable because Pablo and Pedro must kill Santiago to protect their family's honor. This identifies that, among everything, image is of very great importance to these people. They want to be accepted by their neighbors and the other people in the town. And in order to do so, they must live their life by the unbreakable traditions that limit their lives and impact their actions and perceptions. Tradition makes it difficult for people of the town to truly identify what the meaning of life's true purpose is.
Basically, this chapter tells us that human nature makes us terrible people, and we really do see that come true. The brothers tell so many people about their plans to murder Santiago, but no one really does anything to stop it. And so we see, at the end of the chapter, Santiago is no more. Human nature makes us curious, and that curiosity sometimes leads us to do kind of bad things. So here we see it. The people of the town find out about the Vicario brothers' plans to kill Santiago, spread the news, because who doesn't love some good gossip, yet do nothing, even though they know that they should do something to stop it. They waited for Santiago's death, for life to be over and to be tarnished, because they were curious. Human nature kept them from preventing a life lost, and I'd say that's pretty terrible.
Death. The town's religious views constrict each person, and they support the idea that honor exceeds in importance over all other factors. The chapter begins with the priest silently supporting the murder by claiming the twins' surrender as an act of dignity. Finally, the priest ignores Clotilde Armenta's message, saying the murder wasn't any business of his, and civil. Overall, the religious views of the town don't help Santiago. They contribute to his death, and everybody supports the fact that he must die because he... This forces the reader to... Marquez could be suggesting that religious views cannot get us to a truth, and maybe there isn't even a truth that we can get to. The society forces people to think and live a certain very limited way. They are lost in a false pretense that everybody fits perfectly into... They are lost in the false pretense that everybody fits perfectly into the system and abides by its strict unwritten laws. The main exception to this would be Maria. She doesn't care what other people think and is fine. She doesn't care what other people think and is fine with people knowing that she's a prostitute. Born and reared in a house, Maria was literally born and reared in a house with open doors, showing us that she is not hiding anything. We see how the truth is confused when Pablo and Pedro openly claim to many people in Clotilde Armenta's place that they are going to kill Santiago and no one believes it. Many of the people, including Don Rogelio de la Flor, claim Pablo and Pedro wouldn't dare kill anyone rich and stand by. We see how, in all the chapters, no one stops this murder because they don't think Pablo and Pedro will go through with it. They believe the facade that Pablo and Pedro have put up that they're good little boys who would never actually commit murder and never kill anyone rich. The inhabitants simply wait for someone else to handle the situation. No one wants to believe the truth that is in front of their eyes, and like Officer Leonardo, they are either too lazy to stop the murder, or like the father, they don't want to be involved. Stop.